Chatham Lake in Taintville. Canadian fiddle champion Scott Woods and his multi-talented band, step dancing sensation Leo Stock, multi-instrumentalist Kendra Norris, an old-fashioned hoedown, a family-friendly, fun, and fast-paced, exciting show of championship fiddling, country music, award-winning step dancing, and humor? Come on, Sunday, May 26th. 7 p.m., Miramichi United Church Center. I bet you that would be an unbelievable show to take in. Sorry for the glare. This will be my first experience. Get through that. Now, what's under all this? maybe it's a good idea to, yeah, if you don't know the area. The beavers. Questioned, she didn't think long, and went right through it. Crystal clear this way. And that was all made possible, folks, from my mother's brilliant neighbor, Kim. She was great, so kind enough to take me for a spin on that thing. It was a great experience. I loved it. Okay, we got a little one here called Sarah. It's from the Gillis family. We got Burb, Lynn, I think it is, and Jillian. Yep, Burb, Lynn, and Jillian. Here they are.
Came upon a charming girl, and Sarah is her name. Her parents want a husband with riches, wealth, and fame. I have no wealth and riches and fame, they never come my way, until I went to visit my love and through the keyhole say, Sarah, Sarah, won't you come out tonight? Sarah, Sarah, the moon is shining bright. Put your hat and jacket on, tell your mother you won't be long, and I'll be waiting for you round the corner. But Sarah is a girl like this, a girl you seldom see. She loves me only for myself and not for my money. Every night at 8 o'clock she puts her needle away, and standing just behind her door I through the keyhole say, Sarah, Sarah, won't you come out tonight? Sarah, Sarah, the moon is shining bright. Put your hat and jacket on, tell your mother you won't be long, and I'll be waiting for you round the corner. One night a little after 8, I crept up to her door. I whispered, Sarah, darling, as I'd often done before, I'll give you Sarah, said a voice was down, I went to flop. That's what your mom was saying as she kicked me round the shop. Oh, Sarah, Sarah, won't you come out tonight? Sarah, Sarah, the moon is shining bright. Put your hat and jacket on, tell your mother you won't be long, and I'll be waiting for you round the corner. The old one thought she killed me, and I let her think so too. As I lay there on the floor, I didn't know what to do. And at last she said, he's alive, not dead, my girl, I let him wed. So up I jumped, said, thank you, ma'am, and to my girl I said, Sarah, Sarah, won't you come out tonight? Sarah, Sarah, the moon is shining bright. Put your hat and jacket on, tell your mother you won't be long. And I'll be waiting for you round the corner. Sarah, Sarah, won't you come out tonight? Sarah, Sarah, the moon is shining bright. Put your hat and jacket on, tell your mother you won't be long. And I'll be waiting for you round the corner. Woo!
Oh, right on. Thanks, man.
Jimmy McDonald is him, Dale Whitty, Joanne Morrissey, and Bantam Morrissey.
Oh, yeah.
So they're a unit.
So, Raj, are you feeling tired or what? You're getting pulled, eh? Raj was out filling up the dumpster there, folks. We are back for the big 4-0. So, Raj, what do you think about doing Are you on camera there? What do you think about sitting here and getting through like 40 episodes? We kind of did it, eh? We're doing it.
Well,
It's been fun.
Yeah, it's my God, mine is some pile of stuff in this box.
Yeah, so, okay, so we're doing, welcome back,
Oh.
Mirami-histor-chi. I don't know what I played at the beginning of the video. I know yesterday's was about 20 minutes, Raj. I played a video before we even got to us. We had a shorter episode.
Yeah.
Today, there's going to be a few more videos on there. I showed a sunrise. I was down at East Point. I showed Sid Matchett. He was amazing. I have a few more people that are getting back to me that are interested in talking to me and what we're doing. I'm the nephew, Jamie. This is Uncle Raj. Raj has always been a mentor, kind of a great influence on my creative life and in my life in general. It's my dad's brother, Raj. My father passed away, which brings me home from Vancouver on the old Miramichi. We're Logievillers. We're having fun here. We're doing a creative project. So if there's any eye rolling out there, just, try to acknowledge that we're just having fun. We're just reading through old newspaper clippings from Roger, the local historian's collection. He's got decades and decades and decades and decades and decades of newspaper clippings, mainly from the Miramichi Leader. And there's pamphlets, there's cards, there's cereal boxes, there's special editions, there's maps, there's...
This box is pretty well full.
That box is pretty well full. So, Raj, today we're doing what year?
It's heavy, 2001.
Well, why don't you show the trays again? We haven't showed those in a while.
No.
So there was there's a guy named Mark Kummel out there, and he was really adamant on how we're going to name these, and he wanted these to be called Raj trays. So he got his way. He pouted long enough that we gave him his way. We're calling them Raj trays. Now, Raj made these. They fit a full newspaper. You can lay it in there without it getting damaged. There's a cover that goes on. Roger's basement has many of those filed with the years. Today we'll be doing 2001, and I'm sure we'll be here for 3 or 4 sessions to do it. A little bit of housekeeping, Raj. I checked out the Small Gifts movie. We mentioned that David Adams Richards movie. It was off production from '93. Yes, it got made. CBC. It was originally aired on CBC. It's a Christmas film about a struggling couple that are living in poverty, not able to pay the bills at the time. We talked about Frank Cox winning the New Brunswick Senior softball championships. We talked about his game. He was an Ontario boy that landed here in one game, 21 up, 21 down, all strikeouts. Roger Cummo was standing behind my shoulder. I was scoring it, making sure I wasn't making any mistakes. I was a grade 11 student. Here is that scorecard. Look at that, folks. That was a really, really fun experience for me. It was a night game. So, Raj, I'll store that over here. And then another thing on 93 that we forgot to do. Here is an article. It says, Jubilant Hab fans mark Cup win with their own parade from June 93. It says Clarence Como has been a Montreal Canadiens fan all his life. So have many of his relatives. Well, holy folks, Clarence Como gets the first mention? This was a Roger Como idea and creation. I remember when he concocted it up. Just to let you know, the Montreal Canadiens are the last Canadian team to win the Stanley Cup. They won it in 93. And Roger Como created this. This is down the streets of Logieville. That's his old pickup truck, the Silver Bullet. He made that that Habs logo. That's actually me as a kid standing on top of the float, which he got. I think it was from Lockerby's.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got it up at Lockerby's, the local farmer and produce sales family. They do an excellent job. That's me with Roger made the Stanley Cup. There was a generator on that thing. There was an amplifier. There was electric guitars, microphone. We drove around the streets of Logieville and rubbed it in some faces. The Habs win the Cup. And when the Canadiens won the Stanley Cup last Wednesday, the Comos and a number of other Montreal fans in the Logieville area decided to do something special to celebrate. We just got to thinking, what the heck? The Canadiens have won 25 times in the last 100 years, and this is the centennial of the Stanley Cup. We decided to have a parade, Como said. Now, is that Roger or Clarence? We did up a float with a big Canadian logo. Roger and Ronnie Como made that, and a big Stanley Cup that Roger made. So there it is, folks. And then Roger gets this signed by Pierre Bouchard and Yvan Lambert. They were in the Miramichi area doing some signings at one point. They weren't on that team. They were 70s guys, but they thought it was great. And there it is, folks. The local historian, Roger Como. It's one thing after another with this man. And we're opening up 2001. So Raj is trying to get sorted right now. We just opened it up like moments ago, and as I'm doing the talking. So Roger's okay with me doing all the talking. I've asked him many, many times. Okay, so what else do I got for you? Almost good to go?
Yeah.
Always needed to do. Okay. So we're just going to go with it?
Yeah, I guess we're going to go.
We're just going with it.
Yeah,
Episode 40. I'm gonna write that out, and I have my notebook just in case to remind me. I was out today, Raj. I got a couple of cool little videos. I had some meetings, and I'm getting organized. And I'm trying to get down that horseshoe in Weyerton there. I want to do that river run. So if anybody's watching this and wants to take a guy like me out, I am trying to source out. I think I sourced out a canoe today. My plan fell through of who I was going to do it with. I want to run that river soon. So if anybody there thinks that they would have a good day with a guy like me, I'll get you breakfast, lunch, and supper. And you can take me, if you got a canoe set up and all that. I don't have the resources, but I really want to run it. I've done it twice already. So just look up Roger Como's phone number in the book. He does all the secretarial work. And I'm not even kidding. Give me a call. I think it would be a fun time. Okay, so Raj, I think, is ready to go.
Well, I'm just going to take out all the magazines that were set underneath the cover.
Oh, you had a lot of mags in there?
Yeah, there's magazines through the year, like programs, hockey tournaments, and all that stuff.
It is special, Raj, what you're doing here. This collection is very special. A neighbor, an older lady, stopped by my mother's house yesterday. I was there to receive her. She gave some cards. She was late on my dad. Like she passed a card from her and her brother after Dad's passing, and she mentioned Roger goes to her house oftentimes with certain photos and articles and stuff and shows them, and she goes, I just love it. So that's what Roger has been doing for years and years and years. His collection is a lot. We're just skimming the surface here. We're having fun on a project. Roger goes to people's homes. He just got done photocopying a ball team photo. and then from a newspaper and passing it out to the local team members. He's knocking on people's doors all the time with photos and articles, and people really love it. So that's what a local historian does. They're self-taught, and it's usually a hobby. And I tell you what, it's a really excellent way to look back into the past. So we got to give Raj a lot of credit for this. And we've been doing this as a creative project together, and it's been a great experience for me personally. I know that.
Well, we got to start off with the first thing that happens in the new year when it comes daylight.
Yes.
And it gives us the chills to show this.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Okay, so
It's called the Polar Bear.
the Polar Bear Dippers. This is an article from January the 3rd, 2001. This is how we'll begin Mirami-histor-chi 2001. We already showed one polar dip. I don't remember what year it was from, but here's the 2001 edition. There's the old Centennial Bridge, the iconic Chatham structure that we see. So who was that? That was Roxanne Wallace. She takes the plunge in 2001. Dipper Lawrence Bro removes ice from the water surface. We have Danny Cummo gets a good jump. Justin Bro, Jake Harnish. Well, there's Roxanne Durrell right there. I know her son, I think it is, works up at the Yvonne's gym, and what a great guy he is.
Where's our cousin?
Oh, Danny?
Over
Danny
here.
Cummo, right here?
It's right here. It's all
Okay.
That might be Steven's young lad, eh?
Okay, yeah, I actually don't know, Raj.
Yeah. Okay. This
I
is,
actually don't know. There's too
Well,
many Cummos out there.
this is cousin Steven there. He worked at the pulp mill also with us.
Okay.
Yeah, and Jake Harnish. And
Okay, so more from the Polar Dippers. Jake Harnish, he looks like he's in good shape.
that's him again there.
Okay, so Jake Harnish. We got some dippers with blankets. Alan Adams, jumpers, and then Stephen Cummo in the water. So that's what the Polar Bear dip looked like in 2001 on the old Miramichi. Are they still doing this? Or did that get kibosh for safety reasons like everything else seems to be doing? There he is, folks. That is Jake Harnish looking fit. I'd love to have that physique right now, I tell you. Good job, Jake Harnish. Okay, Raj.
That's
Oh,
the young lads here.
yeah, that's a great looking photo. Healthy young lads right here. Brad Russell, is he Logieville Russell?
No, back down in Pointe-Coeur, I think, that way.
Okay, and John Hawks of Miramichi will be representing New Brunswick on its Canada Games soccer team at the Canada Games in London, Ontario, August 19th to 25th. Right on. That's two Miramichi boys playing soccer for Team New Brunswick. There's John Hawks and Brad Russell. Hawks, Russell, look how healthy they look right there. That's in 2001, and before they even had the chance to be thinking about if anybody texted them in the 2 seconds that it took to take this photo. They go over there. It was a way different world. The boys were playing soccer. They looked really healthy there.
Damage at their garage there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
There's some, how do you say that?
Acetylene.
Acetylene tanks blamed in fire at Lloyd's Petrocan. Uh-oh. I do hear some action up on the step. It might be somebody up there with Winnie. I hear her barking. So, firemen hose down Bay Area and cars destroyed in photo. Worst damage in garage was in the Garage Bay area. The Garage Bay of Lloyd's Petro-Canada service station was engulfed in flames early yesterday morning. I did not know that. I was in South Korea at the time in 2001. So there's a story that I missed. Wow. Okay, what has Raj got next on the old slate? He has to, okay. This is the backup for that story. It says mechanics back to work after fire destroys garage. And here's a photo of a well-known Miramichier on the Chatham side. Proprietor Mike Lloyd in front of his temporary garage at the former CFB fire station. There's Mike Lloyd. That must have been high stress. Your business has to deal with a setback like that. 3 weeks after a fire destroyed Mike Lloyd's Petro-Canada service garage on Route 11, he and his mechanics are back to work at a temporary location. The garage bay of Lloyd's Petro-Canada service station was engulfed in flames on December 17th after a leak occurred in one of the acetylene torch hoses being used. Oh, wow. And Mike retired, sold off his business or whatever. I don't know the details, but he is a worker bee, and he likes to go back in and work for his nephew, I think it is. And do some, and just keep his hands busy, which is healthy for anybody, right? Keep yourself busy. Don't use it, you lose it.
So this is a well-known Miramichier that made a trip down to Nashville.
Oh, wow.
A little bit of stuff in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
LaPointe sings in Nashville with Randy Travis's band. Gabe LaPointe on stage in Nashville. There's a Miramichier going down to Nashville in 2001 and gets to sing with Randy Travis's band. The Beaverbrook Kin Center isn't the Grand Ole Opry, but it will have to do. Gabe LaPointe will be performing at this year's Miramichi Folk Song Festival. He has also done what most people have only dreamed about. LaPointe sang on the stage in Nashville. It's always been his dream, and this past July, his dream came true. Congratulations. And I just caught wind, Raj, that another Miramichier, well-known Miramichier, just got back from Nashville, and apparently she was singing down there too. I don't want to share it in case it's not an accurate story. As Raj is finding the next article, he's still cutting paper clippings out from the last week's paper, whatever, and the one that was in his bathroom all cut out was about Miramichier Brad Malone, son of Vicky McDonald Malone and Jimmy Malone of the Miramichi here, and he just retired this past year at the age of 35, I think, after many years in professional hockey. And Roger, right on the table next to me, just actually had this photo here. It wasn't planned, it was just sitting there and I just saw it. So there's a signed picture from Brad Malone, played over 200 or whatever NHL games, and is a great guy, and wish you all the best.
So this is Georgette's husband, my brother-in-law.
Oh, right on. Ladies and gentlemen, Roger's sister, my aunt, Georgette. There's her late husband, Nate Hall, and look how great he looks there. Nate always enjoyed with children. In-school mentor, Nate Hall shows Chelsea how to find New Brunswick on the globe. To help out at Big Brothers Big Sisters, call this number. Well, there's Nate Hall trying to help somebody to point something out on the globe. Well, I'll tell you what, you just ask his boys and his wife. There's many stories of them on family vacations where he got lost. He couldn't read a map. So if he's teaching somebody how to find New Brunswick on the globe there, I don't know. Raj didn't hear me. He was too busy. I think Raj would have laughed at that joke if he would have caught wind of it. Yeah, it's okay. We're
Okay, we got a...
Well, you know what though? That was in 2001. The D-backs won the World Series on a late hit by Luis Gonzalez against the Yankees. That was, 2001's also 9/11, right? So there was some stuff. Okay, so what Raj just passed me? Well, he just passed me. Former New Brunswick, Miramichier releases a new book, Down by the Old Mill Stream, a Stymist chronicle by Carl W. Stymist. Well, congratulations. It's a comprehensive historical research genealogy of the Stymist family. 604-page perfect bound book dates from 1198 to the present day. The book, in essence, is a tribute to his late parents, Bud and Bessie Tate Stuymas, Logieville, New Brunswick, and his uncle Donald. The book includes a companion CD. Wow, what an undertaking. There's another local historian, folks, and down by the old mill, there he is. He just wrote a book on the genealogy of his Stuymas family. Wow. I tell you what, I wish that we tried to get ours done. We're definitely not dating back to 1198, but wow, what an undertaking that is, and good for you. Wow, and the old mill, it's called Down by the Old Mill Stream, a Stuymas Chronicle. Well, Roger and I know very well where the Old Mill Stream is. We've skated on that water many a times. Actually, Roger and I just went for a walk in the woods last year, I think it was, last time I was home, and we had to cross over near there, the old mill, and we had to walk across a tree and whatnot. Okay, so, oh wow. This story?
Yeah, Rocky
Okay,
Blackmore,
okay,
Newcastle.
so this is December 14th, 2001. Rocky Blackmore gets new kidney. Rocky Blackmore is resting comfortably at home after receiving a kidney transplant on November 24th. Things are progressing really well, he said. Blackmore, an account manager for NBTEL, says he will be off work for at least 3 months. Wow, only 3 months? The 47-year-old husband, oh my God, he's my age. I'm this age now. And father, wife Nancy, and daughters Trinda and Christy will share his story on the transplant, the events leading up to it, and his involvement in the Kidney Foundation. Please look for it in an upcoming issue. Well, good for you. Congratulations, Rocky Blackmore, and to the family. That must have been a very, very scary and stressful time, and I hope that the quality of life that followed that was as hoped for. Oh, wow. Well, look at this, folks. Roger Como, this is 23 years ago. This man was down in this basement. So 23 years ago puts Roger at 54 years of age. He was just thinking about what his hockey next year was going to be. He wasn't even realizing he was going to be getting his tap shoes back out. He thought those were packed away. Well, it's 20-something years later, and that didn't happen. So what did he just pass me right here? Well, Hogan dies suddenly. This is 2001. There's the Miramichi cartoonist Bill Hogan at his easel or desk or whatever you call his workstation. And it says, as this newspaper went to press, we at the Miramichi Leader Weekend learned the sad news about a dear friend and colleague. Political cartoonist Bill Hogan was traveling with wife Noreen to Moncton Thursday, November the 15th, when he died suddenly. He wasn't well and was waiting for a heart treatment, but the news came as a shock nonetheless. And oh my goodness gracious, there's Bill Hogan, and here's another photo of Bill. It says Miramichi mourns death of artist Bill Hogan. He was only 62 years old. Bill Hogan in one of his favorite places at his desk, drawing a cartoon. And anybody that's of age that was a regular reader of the Miramichi Leader will very well remember this man's work over the decades, Mr. Bill Hogan. And Raj, thanks for sharing. And that's a couple of his works here.
Yeah, that's his very first one here.
Oh, wow. So these are the first Bill Hogan cartoons ever run in the Miramichi Leader. It was at that time called the Miramichi Press. This is from the 2001 edition. They were his winning entries in a cartoon contest held in the late fall of 1976. That's when I was born. In memory, Bill Hogan, 1939 to 2001. That's him in his younger years. And those are his first ever cartoons. I will try to hold it up there long enough for anybody that wants to get their magnifying glass out to see if they can decipher those. That should be long enough for those two. And you can pause it. We just spoke of your sister Georgette. What are the chances that Georgette read and understood all those jokes? Hey, Georgette, we gotta go for lunch soon. I'm leaving back to Vancouver. We're gonna go get some at the Indian restaurant.
And this is Hogan's son.
Okay.
No, that's his. That's
Okay, so yeah, the Miramichi leader. Thanks for all the laughs, Bill. We'll just say he's gone golfing. Hogan loved life and loved people, and this was an honorary thing by Bill Hogan's son, Raj says at the time. And yeah, like times were so different. You had the local, you had the cartoonist for a newspaper. They were always thinking and concocting, and they just brought a style and a pizzazz and just the arts to the paper, and really cool.
Here's some activity in the Petitcodiac River.
Oh, look at this. I love when Raj gives me those one-liners. Like he's going through this. The consistency that Raj has had over the years to collect all this is really remarkable. Okay, so this is from the December 29th, 2001 edition. And it says, 2000 was the year nature came to town. From dolphins to bobcats to bears. Metro Moncton sometimes seemed more like Wild Kingdom. And here's a photo of this moose became stuck in the mud of the Petitcodiac River on October 9th. It was later destroyed. That's the term they use. It was later destroyed. It must have got stuck. They couldn't save it. Wow, that's too bad. That poor moose did not make it. The mud on the river got him. Oh, look at this. This is 2001. I'm going to have to send this video to my friend in Vancouver and remember what the timing is to tell him to watch this. The Riverman, Luc Doucette. Oh, sorry, wrong player. I won't be doing that. Luc, I thought it was Luc Bourdon. Luc Doucette, Midget AAA Player of the Week. There's Luc Doucette, folks. Look at that good-looking kid right there. In 2001, he was the Midget AAA Player of the Week. Luc Doucette, originally from... where was he from? Resident Colette, just outside of the Miramichi and near Rogersville. So Luc Doucette, congratulations, Luc. I hope that you're still playing hockey 23 years later.
Well, I'm going to catch you off guard here because this goes way back. This is a full page here that I never realized I had this of the Heckbert. Oh my God, that's Stephen's dad.
Oh wow, is that Murray?
This is a story.
Well, this is by Murray. Okay.
Yeah, so I think it's train ride into English countries. I will unite them for the first Christmas.
Well, this is okay. So Roger loves covered bridges. He loves like agricultural shows. He loves like horse pulling and all that stuff. He also loves like the tall ships. These are things that he loves to cut out. But he also loves cutting out stories on the Heckberts. Now, the Heckberts, it's a very interesting family. Lived in near the Forest Corner in Logieville. We know Stephen. I'm going to be playing a Stephen song pretty soon on one of the beginnings of the episodes from the Shad Bangers, or maybe it's a solo album. And here's a photo. It says, December 24th, train ride into English countryside will unite Heckberts for first Christmas. Oh, wow. That's Murray Heckbert right there. What is this story?
Murray was a storyteller.
Yeah, but I think that's Murray.
Oh, is it?
It looks like him. Okay, friends and family sometimes describe me as thoughtful, and I am often more reflective during the holidays. You should see how reflective Raj and I are during the holidays when we get into the eggnog early morning. Let me tell you, we get really reflective around noon. Interested as a young man in the affairs of people and nations, I became a student, and finding in that a love of learning, I chose in consequence the life of teacher. By both vocations, the holiday season has been made more special to me. Married, but Christmas 2000, we'll be together. Okay, so this is about him and his... Patricia and I moved to London, England, and we're having Christmas together was assured. Oh, so they weren't able to have Christmas in 99, 2000, but in 2001 they were. And that's a local Miramichier writing about a romantic English countryside Christmas. What sounds better than that, folks? I wish that I could have that experience myself.
This is blowing up a $500 bill in the States.
Oh, wow. And Roger loves his coin collecting. Big Bill aims for big bucks at U.S. collector's auction. This is it may once have been a gambler's emergency grub stake or a bootlegger's booty. But whatever its history, an American auction house is hoping a rare Canadian $500 bill from 1911 will fetch a record price at an auction in Florida next month. There it is, folks, the Canadian $500 bill. And when Roger was working at Repap, he was flinging those around like there was no tomorrow, buying everybody...
Is it Canadian?
Yeah,
okay.
It says Canadian.
Okay.
Buying everybody snow blowers and everything else. Just like he'd pull out his wad and just flick through his $500 bills. He usually had that on a...
That's Remembrance Day. Okay, we might as well show these young lads here.
Okay. So this is from January the 30th, 2001. Raj just got off the phone with his middle kid, Artie, out in Bowmanville, Ontario, before we did this episode. And he says hello to everybody here on the Miramichi. Okay, so this is the silver medals, stay at home. Beavers take second. The Miramichi Canadian Tire team received silver medals on Sunday. And here they are right here. I'll read that roster out. Who's on that squad right there in the year 2001, 23 years ago. What are they? They're Pee-wee. Okay, it's a Pee-wee team. Okay, on this team we had Matthew Gauguin, Brian Mahoney, Mark Logier, Josh Cripps, Chris Keating, I'm assuming that's the baseball player, Jamie Stewart, Nathan Dunnett, and Kirk Hackett, and hockey player Keating is. Riley Harris, Jeff Matchett, Josh Tucker, Nathan Jones, Cody Creamer, Kristen Nash, Bertie Donovan, and Corey Bryanton. David Matchett was the manager, Cale McRae the coach, Keith Keating was also the coach, as was Brett Mahoney. So right on, boys, you took home silver, and girls, you took home silver. Congratulations, I hope it was a great memory for you guys.
Okay, if you go to the post office in Chatham, you're gonna. This guy works in there.
Okay.
Like goaltender for us there with Shaw's Raiders.
Oh yeah. Okay, so right on. Happy 25th anniversary. This is a wedding anniversary. Who is that fine gentleman and that fine young dame? This is their 25th anniversary in the year 2001. The family and friends of Keith and Beth Sanford of Napan wish to extend best wishes and congratulations on their 25 years of marriage on the 26th of November. Congratulations, we all love you. Well, congratulations, 25 years of marriage. Everybody has their own secrets, as she has her secrets how to do that, and he has his secrets and how to do that. And it comes together, they work as a team, and congratulations. It's no small feat.
So this all happened at the Logieville Cenotaph.
Oh, yeah.
This will be at Logan's property across the road from
Yeah.
the Cenotaph.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
Okay.
So in 2001, this is a lest we forget kind of moment here, which the old Logieville's fallen soldiers. This is from November 13th, 2001. This is Remembrance Day in Logieville in 2001. Doug Davidson on the top corner, folks. There he is. He always had a place that overlooked the water in Logieville. Look at those beautiful bagpipes there. Now, what's happening in these two photos? This is in Logieville, looking north right there over the water. Flag raisers, Gerald Vino, and Joe Washburn watch Second World War vet Douglas Davidson. Lloyd Vino lays wreath in Logieville. And a big crowd attends Logieville Remembrance Day service. And that crowd of people right there, they're standing on David Loban's front yard right there, folks. I wonder if there's any Blue Jays hovering around looking to get to the bird feeders. Okay, so is there one oh, you know what? I'm just going to point out the first person that I recognize, Nate, and is that Nate?
Yeah.
And I see Lawrence Kingston as well, but we'll go Nate because we already mentioned him already. The mentor at the school, showing where New Brunswick was on a map. There he is right there, taking in the Logieville service. Nate, the late Nathan Hall. We sure miss him in this family, and I hope that his family is doing well.
So we don't get to show too much on bowling.
Okay.
We've got a good one here.
Some bowling, and Roger likes his bowling now, and there's a good reason for that, folks. Okay, Newcastle Ready Mix Team wins senior bowling tourney. Who was on this? Here they are right here. That's what they look like in 2001. A senior mixed team. They won a tourney. I don't see the mixed, but we're going to figure out who's on this.
Oh, he's Josh's godfather.
Okay, so Artie's godfather, Everett Gauguin, Patty Butler. I know his kids were Troy and Mark. Maybe there was others. I'm not exactly sure. Don Beliveau, Ron Allison, and Gerald Beaulieu. How do you say that again? Beaulieu. Missing is Jim Keane. Oh, sorry, it wasn't a mixed team. It was the Ready Mix team. The Ready Mix was the sponsor. There they are. The first guy right here, that's Josh Cummos' godfather. Everett Gauguin. How did he become Josh's? You worked with him?
Yeah.
So he was just a work buddy, and you thought he would have been a perfect guy.
Oh yeah.
To is he still
him and his wife are.
They're the godparents?
Yeah.
Is Everett still alive?
Oh, he's still bowling.
Oh, he's still bowling. So you see him all the time?
No, I don't get to see them. There's some people pretty scared to come too far. Miramichi East,
Oh yeah.
Kind of get lost.
Yeah, the Miramichi East, we're tough to get along with down here.
Because once you come into Logieville and you get caught on the rotary, then you're lost.
That's right. You better watch it. You get into Logieville, and there's a lot of streets here, and it is a busy place, and you might get lost in traffic. Okay, so this is from November 6, 2001. What is this saying? Megan Bremner and Nick Hardy were Napan's Athletes of the Year. Well, right on. Well, first of all, there's a group of kids from Napan. Let's read this out. This is from 2001, and in that photo, we have Brianna Russell, Mike Terrio, Chad Sanford, Ryan Lewis, Caitlin Dick, Brady Barrio, Ryan McIntyre, Chris Knowles, Matthew Hay, Josh Nickerson, Brandon Sanford, Vanessa Morin, Tyler Gillis. It wouldn't be a Napan photo without a Gillis in there. Taylor Barrio. There's no McDermott's? Mike Knowles, Justin Brown, Paul Brown, Mel Terrio, Kelsey Dixon, Brittany Cormier, and Jeremy Holland. Well, there's a Holland. Okay, so there's Nick Hardy and Megan Bremner. They were the Athletes of the Year. Congratulations to that. And Raj, who else is in there? Midget team, Joe Ryan.
Young or you call.
Okay. Jason Reynolds, Sean McDonald, Matthew Reset, and Ryan McLaughlin. That's in that photo right there. Good looking group of young dudes right there. And the Bantam team, this is baseball. We had Danny Cummo, Justin Bro, Megan Bremner, and none other than Ori Cook. I hear a lot about Ori Cook as a Chatham Ironman. I know he's a great little ball player. I haven't been on the Miramichi during his playing years. This is him right here. So I haven't been able to watch him play. Good luck, Ironman.
Well, I got something in here that was well hidden.
Oh, right on. Oh, you know what? Another thing that I forgot is... Actually, I can't even remember what that was from. But it was two things I forgot, Raj, to mention on here when Roger passed me this. And okay, so we have some anniversaries. Happy 50th wedding anniversary. This is all Miramichi. This is Miramichi Leader. So the children of Elwood and Irma Sullivan invite you to share. So there's a 50th for Elwood and Irma Sullivan right there, folks. Look at how great they looked. That was in the 50s. That was 1951 when, Elvis wasn't even making a mark by then. Okay, so now we have Kevin and Marielle Flanagan. This is from October the 9th, 1976. This is a 25th year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, look at that. That's Kevin Flanagan and who? Marianne?
He's a channel.
Marielle, sorry. And then another 25th anniversary to Dave and Aldian McVicker.
Yeah.
And this is their 25th. They were on October the 9th as well. And where that's them right there. You see those? And okay, so who else do we have? Happy 25th wedding anniversary to none other than the local historian Roger Como and his late wife Margie, also October 9th, 2001. And there they are, folks, 25 years after they were married in 1976. Look how great Raj looks there and how beautiful Margie looks. And we also miss her very, very deeply, of course.
I need that anyway, I guess.
Okay, so August 24th, 2001. I told you Raj likes tall ships. Nova Scotia's Bluenose Bluenose 2 sails past Purdy's Wharf in Halifax yesterday as she prepares to dock for a visit to the city. Look at this. This is the Bluenose, folks. Bluenose 2. Look at how gorgeous that looks. Imagine the skill it takes to construct something like that and to work on it and to maintain it, and then to be lucky enough to be able to sail that and be out into the water. That is in our east coast right here. This is in Halifax. That is absolutely gorgeous. Look at the symmetry. Look at just the lines on that. It's a beautiful piece of work, and Roger loves his tall ships for a good reason.
I wonder if this young man is still playing the fiddle 23 years later. The Miramichi Fiddlers got
right on.
Front page on the guide.
Okay, so Miramichi weekend, folks. There used to be, okay, for all of you TikTokers out there and scrollers and Instagrammers, we used to have a thing called a box television. You used to sit in a living room, you'd have to get up and turn it with a dial. Then came remotes and stuff, and yes, this is 2001, but we used to have something called the TV guide. And it wasn't like you could, just Netflix and all that. Like when Seinfeld was on Thursday nights, everybody had to sit around and they knew it was coming on and watch it together. Anyhow, this is from the November 24th to November 30th issue of the Miramichi Weekend, which had the TV guide, and this is what it looked like. And look at that beautiful front page. That is the Miramichi Fiddlers 23 years ago. I am trying to track down some members of that Miramichi Fiddlers. I want to go, I've already made some arrangements to hopefully video them in a practice session. They are always, 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 always looking for young fiddlers and some new fiddlers. And, that's part of the tradition, it's part of the culture here in the Miramichi. So it's an amazing instrument to learn. I said amazing again, Raj. But anyway, in the picture, we got Billy and Junior Hubbard are among the featured performers with the Miramichi Fiddlers, one of the groups performing at Sundays. Look how young that kid is right there, folks. Really, really cool. I hope he is still playing the fiddle. And what does it say here? It says, at the performance, we're going to have the Miramichi Fiddlers, Susan Butler, friend of the show, Bob McCullum, Woodlands Group, Jimmy Lawler, and others. And that's really cool. It's a really beautiful thing to see, Raj, when they're all lined up playing together. Oh. It's really cool. And anytime you have a chance to take in the Miramichi Fiddlers, go take it in person. Take some live performing arts in. It's an exciting thing to do.
This is one of the founding members of the Miramichi Fiddlers.
Okay, and Roger just has these great articles for us. Musicians gather for Hall of Famers benefit concert. Joe McDonald played his first dance with his father, Mont, in 1940 at the local vocational school when he was only 9 years old. In 60, Joe formed his own band that he called the BJs because of all the Bobs and Joes in the band. For years, it was considered a unique experience and a pleasure to perform with the BJs. The band backed many international stars that played at CFB Chatham. And then since then, he's provided the sound system for many events. And in 1997, he was inducted into a New Brunswick Country Music Hall of Fame. In 99, Joe was diagnosed with progressive supranuclear palsy, PSP, a rare neurological disorder. And musicians from all around this area will gather for a special benefit for Joe. And look at that, a man that spent his life in music, Joe McDonald, Hall of Famer, really beautiful, and I'm sure he was a great guy and a member, one of the members. You said the founding member, one of the founding members of the Miramichi Fiddlers. Right on. Yeah, one of the people instrumental in organizing the Miramichi Fiddlers, who are still going strong today. And I really do hope that I can get out there and take in one of their practice sessions. Okay, courthouse construction underway. December the 1st, 2001. Look at that place right there. That's the new courthouse in 2001. And Roger Como, he cut that out because he could just visualize himself walking into this building when it was all ready to go, being a good member of society and sitting on a jury for some jury duty. With the capital funding announced in last week's provincial budget, the project to construct a new courthouse for the Miramichi region will continue, and this is the beginning of the steelwork on the $8.7 million facility, folks.
Okay, we should mention this story right here.
Okay, I know this guy right here. A sign of long-lasting roots. 60 years later, a war veteran's grandson finds the family name etched on a tree in Europe. Oh, wow. Max Holston during the Second World War. That's the grandfather right there. Look at that great photo right there. My God, World War II times were so different. This is from the November 9th issue, 2001. Here's the grandson. I hung out with this guy a little bit in university. He was on the Newcastle side. Kyle Holston stands next to the tree his grandfather engraved his name on during the Second World War. Wow, what a really, really cool story. I think Kyle Holston became a firefighter, if I'm not mistaken. He was always a very interesting guy. I like talking to him. I'd like to, if I ever run into him again, I'm going to definitely mention this story. I just stood in front of the tree for a while and let it sink in. I thought of how he had carved his name on it during the war 60 years ago. I couldn't get over it. So right on, Kyle. That's a really cool story, and I hope you're doing well in the world today.
Oh, 2001, Brian Kingston gets engaged.
Okay, here's an engagement. Old Logieviller and a member of that Kingston family that has done such good work and business for many years in the Miramichi area. There's Brian Kingston, went to school with him in Logieville, the son of Leonard and Kathy, I think it is, and brother of Susan, who I saw today. John and Peggy Donahue of Barnaby River are pleased to announce the forthcoming marriage of their only daughter, Faye Elizabeth, to Brian John, son of Leonard and Kathy Kingston of Miramichi. Their wedding was on Friday, September the 21st, 2001 at 6 p.m. So congratulations. I hope you're doing well in the world today, guys.
Here's a wood carver.
Oh, wow.
And,
Really, really, really cool, Raj. You're just keeping it coming. Okay, from an artist's hands, here's a local artiste right here. That looks like a chainsaw work of a bald eagle right there. Look at that amazing work. I said amazing again. From an artist's hands, this roughly hewn eagle portrays the strength and majesty of a bird respected by First Nations and others alike. Upper Blackville carver Kevin Coughlin was recently honored by Red Sky Institute and Roger Augustine for his artistry and insight. Really, really cool. Look at that, folks. His name, again, was Kevin Coughlin. And here's some more on him. Micmac Leader creates award to honor Upper Blackville artists' work. This is Coughlin receives an award from Red Sky's Roger Augustine. Right on. That would be quite an honor right there. Look how happy and proud he looks. Look at the work that he's putting out in this world. This looks like stellar work. Stellar work. carving some wood, stands with his angel, and there's an angel, and then 3 of his, and that's a carving of his right there. And Raj, since we're on the topic of artists, I think it's time that we checked in with the local sponsor here.
Okay.
Roger's daughter is a sponsor. Her name is Amanda, and she is an artist here on the Miramichi. She has a fine arts degree from the Mount Allison University in Sackville, New Brunswick. I have, to be honest with you, not appreciated her past work. I was away for so many years, and since I've been home, I've been able to see it and have a much deeper appreciation. Amanda is very talented in many facets of the fine arts. I would say that one of her great skills is to draw faces and people. That picture of Raj right there is one of Amanda's works. We showed several of hers. So this is another piece of her brilliant work. This is from pencil and different shades. It's a charcoal and different shading. And look at the beautiful piece of work that she had right here, folks. That's a nude that Amanda did. I'm assuming it was a live sitting model. Actually a very interesting looking human. Look how beautiful she looks right there. And look at the work that Amanda did on this right here, folks. So Amanda is one of our sponsors. How does a woman like Amanda Como sponsor such a show like this, Raj? Well, she does it by being such a great daughter and a great cousin to me and a great member of society. So why not, if you're out there and you're wanting a special gift for somebody and you want to create something that is very personal, why not get in touch with Amanda? She's an easy person to deal with. She will work with you. You can talk what you want. And she's already got a commission out of this show, and we saw how beautiful her work is and how talented she is. So there it is, folks. And if you're looking how to get in touch with Amanda Como, just look up Roger Como's phone number in the phone book and just go through him.
Dale Irving, she's a McIver.
Oh, okay. So, Raj, we're at 50 minutes.
Yeah.
We can probably do those ones, and then this looks like a tomorrow thing.
Okay.
Or whatever. We can probably do another 5 minutes or so, eh?
Okay.
Okay, so another thank you. We would like to thank our families for all of their help to make our wedding day so special. A big thank you. And this is a special thank you to Kevin McCormick for the use of the beautiful Cadillac. Love, Joanne and Dale Irvin. Now, you said she was a McIver?
Yeah.
And there's Dale Irvin, the son of Betty and Max
Irving.
Yeah, Max Irving of Logieville. Grew up in a beautiful home on the water, and Dale always played softball and was a good hitter and a catcher. And he was a left-handed stick, and he helped Roger's neighbors set up his rink this winter. That's the first time I saw Dale in a long time. It was great to talk to him.
Okay, some ladies.
Right on. Mooseheads capture the MVLS title. The Logieville Mooseheads have captured the Miramichi Valley Ladies Softball League Championship for the second year in a row. They defeated Tabasintac Chez Raymond in Tabasintac on Sunday. Pictured are Stacy Kane, Melissa Como, she's my first cousin, I'm going to show her. Angela Daly, I'll be having lunch with her big bro on Friday. Amy Conroy, we have Jimmy Conroy, was a coach. He was heavily involved with that for many, many years. Megan Bremner, we just mentioned her. She was playing with the boys out in Nappen. Sarah Boyle, Stacy Conroy, Sherry Valliers, Jackie Flieger. She was probably the veteran of the group. And Krista Rashore, Roger's neighbor, I think, and Coach Billy Kennedy. Team members that were missing were Megan Ahern, Carolyn Carter, and Nikki Bordage. And it looked like Roger's niece, Melissa, the daughter of the late Leon and Nancy McDonald Como, was catching for that. And there's a championship. Melissa was also a very good athlete. I was older than her, so I never realized her prowess. But she played hockey and ball, and she's a teacher in Fredericton right now. Miramichi junior golfers NB best. But Roger, they beat the Tavis and Tack, Chez Raymond, whatevers. If you're at Chez Raymond, what are you getting? What's your go-to meal at Chez Raymond?
Oh my gosh! Well, the biggest you can get. The biggest.
The biggest you can get. You know what? I've never ever. Roger told me many years ago. He said, when you're eating a turkey dinner, whatever it is, you go up, and whatever's on your plate, that's it. And you just finish off you know what your body, you don't go back for the seconds and thirds. I made the mistake at Christmas time of going back for seconds and at Easter, and Roger re-mentioned his strategy for me, and that's how he keeps fit and fiddle. Okay, Miramichi junior golfers, NB's best. Okay, who do we have here? Top 2 golfers in the province are Sean Logier and Greg Smith. So 2 points back from our fellow Miramichi Greg Smith. So a couple of Miramichi boys. Top junior golfers, Sean Logier and Greg Smith. There's no photos. It's just an article in the 2001, one of the 2001 editions of the Miramichi Leader. What do you think, Roger? Want to show...
Well, we just show hockey program. That's with our.
Okay. This is the salmon tournament.
Yeah, it's just how big the.
Oh yeah, it's thick.
Program is.
That's an interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, we can do that if you want.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the Welcome to the Subway Eat Fresh 22nd annual Miramichi Salmon Invitational Hockey Tournament from 2001. It cost everybody $1. They went yellow, black, probably because Subway was picking up the bill.
Look how thick it is.
It is a very thick edition. Look at the size of this, folks. And the 22nd Miramichi... Maybe we'll just do that. The 22nd Miramichi Salmon Tournament... there's got to be somebody in here. The Bantam AAAs. Okay. We're just going to go with the first one. The Miramichi Ironman Bantam AAAs in the salmon tournament that year in 2001. Who was on the 2001 Bantam AAA Ironman, folks? Roger's got some names highlighted in blue. That wasn't for this episode. That was previous. Marvin McCarthy was the manager. I would like to know, really, how many teams Marvin McCarthy managed over the years. He has put in so much service to organizing. He had a great talent for it. The late Marvin McCarthy.
I think all the letters spelt the alphabet that the teams were called after.
Oh, Carl Waters was the coach. Tyler O'Reilly, Kyle Barter, Corey Porter, Lance Woodman, Sean Lobin, Robert Taylor, Adam Doyle, Adam Obie, Paul O'Hara was the manager, Harold Flieger head coach. He coached so many Bantam AAA teams. Chris Cummo, he is a goaltender, and the son of friend of the show, Percy Cummo, Josh McGregor, Jonathan Gallant, Sam Poirier, Bobby Norton, Tim Bowes, Danny Richor, Corey Cormier, Sterling McAllister, Stanson Donovan, and Matthew Hovey. And there he is, folks, Chris Cummo, the son of Percy Cummo, who is Roger's first cousin. And when we were down doing the graveyard last weekend, Percy was there helping us, and he was there the day before also doing some work with Raj. And Percy went around the whole time telling everybody how he put in 2 days to everybody's 1. He was rubbing it in and letting everybody know that he did most of the work. Yeah. Okay, so Raj is a little off the camera there. Sorry for that. So what do you think, Raj? You want to do that one?
Sneak that in there? Yeah.
Sure.
Which waters?
Okay, so St. John Alpines eliminate the senior cards, and I'm not going to read it, but here's 2 players from the cards. In 2001, everybody knows him, Tom Burns. He was a great ball player, good hitter, all that. And Gary Ryder, very different style of a ball player, pitched, very good athlete. Kind of an unassuming guy, played university hockey as a goaltender. But look at this interesting story. Carl Butch Waters is taking a year off to coach hockey in Iceland. And there he is, folks. Played for the Packers and the Leafs. He was a defenseman. He was a really, really tough on his skates defenseman. And Miramichi's Carl Butch Waters can't wait to get on the ice. Iceland, that is. Waters has signed a contract to coach hockey in a city of 15,000 in northern Iceland. He has taken a year's leave of absence without pay from his job as recreation officer at the Atlantic Institution and renews to accommodate the move. Well, right on. That's a really, really interesting thing. That would have been so exciting. And at the bottom of this Miramichi leader, it says Waters' resume. Let's read his resume out for everybody. He takes a wealth of hockey experience to Iceland as both a player and a coach. He has played senior hockey in New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, and Australia. He played Junior A in the former Metro Valley League in Nova Scotia, the Halifax Lions, and has coached at all levels right through to senior. He has a Level 5 coaching certificate in National Coaching Certification Program and was assistant coach with the NB Under-16 team in 99 and head coach in 2000. He received his phys ed degree from Dalhousie in 83, and over the past he has participated in running hockey schools. He worked as a landscaper as a student at the city of Miramichi. He used to mow, he used to deliver the newspaper. We're just reading his resume here, Raj. I'm just joking about those last two. Raj was still looking for the next article. So what are we going to get out?
We got a ton of good stuff.
Yeah, we got a ton of good stuff. So I think that's good for now.
We can give an update on how we're going to start the next show.
Okay.
By that headline.
Okay.
I'm not going to show them.
Okay. The next show, Roger wants to give a little teaser. This is going to be the first article. Let's see if we remember that tomorrow when we get down here. New McKenna biography is not completely frank. I wonder who we're talking about.
It might be Francois.
Okay, so we're going to do that. Roger, are we going to get out and do some? I got Mum's yard all raked. Are we going to go out and I can go out and get the rake and?
No more raking here.
But you need are you going to do a cleanup today, or what's your plan?
No, it's time for my siesta.
So you're having a siesta. Okay, so if you're active today, I'll keep my eyes open. I'll come over and give you a hand and get that all cleaned up. Okay? Peace out.